So many favorites at this year's Olympic Games were upset here in tennis, and a lot of shocking upsets. Meanwhile, some of the favorites still alive and in play for an Olympic gold. What's up, everybody? It's John Eric Poli, and what a day it was here in tennis. So many upsets on both the women's side and the men's side of things. Let's get started by talking about the biggest upset here today, which took place on the women's side of things. Iga Swiatek, the world #1 winner of 4 of the last 5 French Opens. She loses in the semifinals to Qinwen Zheng. Now, first off, let's give Zheng some credit here. Zheng played absolutely great. She's been playing great all tournament. Definitely probably the favorite right now to bring home Olympic gold to her country of China. But for Iga Swiatek, I mean, listen, she loses on clay. It is a rare thing to see. She only lost once on clay all year, won a few tournaments on clay. Of course, winning that French Open. She's won 4 of the last 5 French Opens. This loss here at Roland Garros, the first loss there in 3 years. Okay, it's been a minute since she's lost on the red clay at Roland Garros. So something that's very, very, very rare to see from Iga. And listen, Iga accomplishing a lot here in her young career. Everybody in Poland is still very proud of her. Her fan base is still very proud of her. And her Olympics aren't over yet. She still will compete for the bronze medal. That matchup's going to be coming up here in just a few hours. That will take place tomorrow. So Iga Swiatek, definitely the favorite still to get a medal here. Definitely the favorite in that matchup there to win the bronze medal and bring that back to Poland. And one fun fact about Iga Swiatek, guys, she is as far as the country of Poland goes and tennis, no player, male or female, has ever made it this far in the Olympic Games out of the country of Poland. So a lot still, you got to tip your hat towards Iga Swiatek there. She's accomplishing so much in this very young and impressive career. Now let's talk about another upset that took place here today. Alexander Zverev, right? One of the favorites here at this year's Olympic Games. I personally predicted him to win the gold medal here because he had a very good clay season. He won the Italian Open. He competed for the French Open finals, losing that French Open final to Carlos Alcaraz in 5 sets. And I get it. He was a little banged up coming into this year's Olympic Games, but still, I thought with his game and being on his best surface, he definitely could have made some noise here in this year's Olympics. But again, fails to do so, losing in the quarterfinals, eliminated from this year's competition. And guys, really quickly, let's give some credit to who beat Alexander Zverev, Lorenzo Musetti. He's been playing absolutely lights-out tennis here as of late. Remember, just made the Wimbledon semifinals. Now here he is in the Olympic semifinals. He's going to be in play here for a medal, and he's going against Novak Djokovic, who did just beat him in the Wimbledon semifinals. And we're going to talk more about Novak Djokovic and that matchup here as we end today's video. All right. Next guy I want to talk about here is Casper Ruud, also losing here today to Felix Auger Aliassime. And listen, Ruud, you guys know, he's great on clay. Earlier this year, won a tournament in Barcelona. He's made 2 of the past 3 French Open finals. This year was a French Open semifinalist. Ruud, all the talent in the world on the clay courts, fails to get it done here. I thought for sure he was going to bring home a medal. I had him as predicted as the bronze medalist in this year's Olympic Games, but another one loses in the quarterfinals. His dream of bringing home a medal to his home country of Norway has been now ended here as he will exit this tournament losing in the quarterfinals. Now let's end by talking about some winners. Let's first talk about Carlos Alcaraz here. Alcaraz is looking like an absolute world beater, and listen, we figured he was going to be one of the favorites. I even said when I predicted Alexander Zverev, don't be surprised if it goes the other way because I just, it's really tough to beat Carlos Alcaraz right now. Winning the French Open, then following that up, winning Wimbledon. Now, here he is at the Olympic Games looking like he's going to bring home the gold medal as well. Right now, Alcaraz is red hot and cannot be stopped. Good luck anybody getting in the way of Carlos Alcaraz right now. And finally, let's end today by talking about Novak Djokovic. Listen, he's still alive here, guys, but let's see how that knee recovers. He beat Stefanos Tsitsipas here today earlier, and he had to dig down deep in that second set. He was hurting real bad with that knee. Tsitsipas was absolutely dominating that second set after Djokovic won that first set. But Djokovic, to his credit, being the great champion, the great competitor that he is, he digs down deep. He grinds out that win. And, I mean, listen, you got to give him credit where credit's due. That was an incredible way to just come back in that second set and finish that off for Novak Djokovic. But here's the big thing, guys. These Olympic Games, they're moving fast, okay? There's not a lot of time off in between your matches, and if Djokovic is hurting like that, let's hope he could recover, because Musetti's been playing lights out. Great chance here for Musetti to right what went wrong at Wimbledon. But again, great chance too for Novak Djokovic to get into a gold medal match. And guys, remember, Novak Djokovic, 0 Olympic gold medals in his career. His best showing at the Olympics was in 2008, in which he was the bronze medalist that year, as Rafa Nadal took home the gold that year. But still, Djokovic in play for a medal. Great thing to see here in tennis. So that was the day here in tennis, guys. Like I said, a lot of upsets. Iga Swiatek, Alexander Zverev, Casper, Ruud, all losing. But for Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic, it's been a good day. They're still alive, and they will at least be competing for a medal in this year's Olympic Games.